Hello everyone, welcome to Liberebil. My name's Alex and I'm sat here behind the steering wheel of the new T-ROC 2-litre DSG R-Line. Quite a mouthful, I know. Do you want to hear how this thing sounds? Well, like, share, subscribe as usual, and obviously if you want to watch the previous video we did, it was the GT53. Click the card up above and it'll take you straight to the video. What's making the noise? Well, under here we've got an option of two different engines. This one being the 2-litre turbo petrol, making 140 kilowatts and 320 Newton meters of torque. The other option is a 1.4 litre that makes 110 kilowatts. Then on the front, you've got these optional extra kind of halo lights that also act as an indicator. We've got this lovely chrome trim over here and some really clever little LEDs with projector headlamps over there. Then we've also got 4 different wheel options to choose from, these being the 19-inch Suzuka alloys. Then over here we've got black wrapped mirror caps and roof. And the only time you pay for any extra paint on this car is if you choose a custom color on the roof. There are 4 different options to choose from, and on the rest of the body we've got 8 different color options. All of them are free. Then at the back we've also got these LED tail lamps and obviously the indicator here that says this is of course 4Motion, the 4-wheel drive that VW offers. Then down here we've got some fake exhaust tips. Mixed reactions from these. I kind of like them. I think they look pretty flashy. Yes, the actual exhausts are underneath the car, but who gives? Let's see what's happening in the back here. Well, fairly decent sized boot. It is not that deep, but it also makes it easy to slide things in. It's got some wide extra storage spaces here, some cool catches, and obviously top tethers for your baby seats. One nifty feature that I found that this thing has is this little compartment over here. It makes it really easy to steal your dad's weed eater and stick it through there, or broom, or load quite long objects into the car. And then obviously there's some more storage down here. This particular model, obviously being the 4Motion, means that a lot of the space that was here previously has been taken up by the extra drive components there. And then over here in the spare wheel, it's quite a cool little thing that they've got going here. They've put a speaker inside the spare wheel. I think it's pretty clever usage of space. Okay, so what's happening at the back seats over here? Well, first thing I notice is that despite it actually having a panoramic glass roof, there is still enough headroom for me in the back here. Legroom is okay. It could be better, but it also could be worse, so it's not really worth complaining about. We've got 2 extra charging ports in the back, and both seats have storage bins. And over here we've also got a storage bin, a little bit cramped, but it fits the water bottle. That little detachable compartment, or the opening compartment rather, from the back also doubles up as a cup holder. And a nice little nifty feature over here is that it is completely adjustable. You can pull out the clip and put it in there, and then you've got a custom circumference for your bottle. Then moving over to the middle seat, this is a little bit raised, so yeah, you kind of sit inside the panoramic sunroof if you are a little bit tall. And then you don't see this very often in a kind of crossover hatchbacky SUV kind of car, but the back windows go all the way down. With that in mind, let's see what's happening up front. It's definitely a lot roomier in here. First thing I notice is that everything is kind of driver focused. This is slightly off center, just facing the driver, showing that you are the priority, you are in charge, which I definitely like. Where's my bottle? That's my bottle. So we've got much bigger storage bins up here. You've obviously got 2 cup holders, different sizes of course, one for your Red Bull and one for your Coca-Cola. You've got a little coin slot over here. We have what's called inductive charging, wireless charging in the front here. Then we've got this digital infotainment system over here. It connects pretty well to the digital display. I mean, you can like play songs over there and see what song you're playing there. You can chop and change what info you want displayed and where you want it displayed. We also have Android Auto on here, which worked almost seamlessly. I had 1 or 2 issues with it disconnecting from my phone on the odd occasion. So nothing to really complain about, but I do feel it's worth noting. Up top, we've got quite a lot of plastic, but where it really counts and the things you actually touch, it is fairly premium. So yeah, hats off to VW for that. Then over here we've got a wireless charger. We've got 2 different size cup holders, a coin slot, and over here this is very small, but I'm sure you can, yeah, sunglasses in, my brother's car keys in, yeah, fits all sorts of things. And over here we've got really soft plush leather seats in this kind of 3-toned gray, cream and black trim. Really good looking. Then over here we've got 2 USB ports. They're both type C. We've also got quite extensive safety features in this car. It's got really good lane keeping assist. It's got auto emergency braking, and it's obviously got adaptive cruise control. And then up here you'll notice the Beats logo. If you pay an extra 9,500 Rand, you get Beats audio. It's okay. It sounds nice. I can't really complain about it. And then another thing that sticks out is the fact that the steering wheel and the pedals look like they are straight out of a GTI. So with that in mind, how does it drive? Well, it's mostly comfortable. Seating position's good. It's pretty intuitive. Steering is really nice and linear and sharp. Overall, it's a really good experience to drive this thing. The only drawback that I can maybe touch on is the fact that it's got the 19-inch rims that make it ride a little bit hard in some situations. And also you've got to remember that this being a kind of golf platform crossover with an SUV means they've had to make it slightly higher off the ground, and with that there's more suspension travel, and with that, to stop the body roll, they've got to make the springs a little bit stiffer, and you do feel that, but it really doesn't detract from the overall ride quality, and it really helps it shine on corners. Overall, it really does feel quite premium and all together. It doesn't really skip a beat, even on corners. Let's just sure, you can definitely feel the all-wheel drive system kicking in there and keeping everything in check. But it really, I dare say that this has some element of fun to it. So when you're in sports mode, it's very responsive. But I do find that even when you're in eco mode at low speeds, the throttle and the brake are very sensitive. It almost is quite jarring at certain times. Steering is really good. It just catches you off guard sometimes, especially if you touch the line on the outside. The lane keeping assist does help you a little bit, but if you're not expecting it, you're not anticipating it, can give you a fright the first 1 or 2 times you drive this thing. So this thing has quite a few drive modes on it. I noticed it's got like a snow and ice mode. That's probably for mostly European countries. It's got an auto mountain mode, and then obviously an off-road mode. It does actually work. I went down quite a steep descending kind of dirt road the other day, and it kicked in automatically and gave me this hill assist descent kind of vibe, and it worked peerlessly. It was really good to actually have that, and for the car to realize that we're in this situation and we need to kind of change modes to get out of it. That being said, if you click into sports mode here, go into manual, turn your traction control off, we actually have launch control in this car. Yo! And that's 100. As simple as that. So VW have quoted that it comes up in just over 7 seconds. I think it was 7.2, and I can definitely believe that. VW offer the T-ROC with a 3-year 120,000 kilometer warranty, a 5-year 90,000 kilometer service plan, and a 12-year anti-corrosion warranty. So usually at this point of the video, we compare the car that we're in to other brands' cars and the similar offerings in the segment. But I do feel that it is important to kind of compare this car to VW's offerings, seeing as they have so many different but somewhat similar offerings in the SUV segment. We've got the T-Cross, the small polo version of this car. We've got the T-ROC, we've got the Tiguan, the Touareg, the Touran. There's a lot of T's there. I hope I've remembered all of them. But basically what I'm trying to get at is within that lineup, there's something for everybody, and the price point is eclectic enough to accommodate for most. So this car is infectious, I must say. I mean, like, everyone that looks at it like does a double take. They're like, huh? What's that? I mean, my neighbors, it was actually last night, they ran out of fuel outside the house, literally on the doorstep. Quite lucky, I know. But when they asked me for a lift to the petrol station, and of course took them in this car, and they're quite a trendy bunch of guys, and they walked out, they saw this thing, and I just got a whole lot of, yo, that's a sexy car, my G, that's a sexy car. I was like, yeah, you know, it's cool. But as every automotive journalist probably knows, you do get to the point where you have to break it to them and tell them that it's not your car. And for some reason, this really hurt this time around. Thanks for watching, guys. That's my take on the new T-ROC, specifically the 2-liter DSG R-Line. If you liked the video, be sure to give a thumbs up. And as always, if you don't like the video, go watch someone else's video and give them a thumbs down. Don't do that with me. But anyway, thanks, guys. Be free, be you, Liberebil out. I am, all things considered, definitely a hot hatch kind of guy. So when I saw this thing initially, I said, oh, not another crossover SUV. But now I'm actually quite cross that I'm not over this SUV. Yo! Bangers on bangers on bangers. You can put that in the credits. You can put that in the bloopers.
Yeah. Okay, as soon as you finish up your own arse, you can say thanks and we review Liberebil out.
Woo! All-wheel drive. Do you feel that? You don't like driving as passenger, do you?
I'm okay. I'm a good passenger. Believe it or not. I'm a really good passenger.
Cool, styling done. That was really good. Well, not really good. Let me be humble. Somewhat okay. With that in mind, let's see what's happening up front. Yeah, that's good. Yo, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, it really hurts.
So up your own arse.
No, but it's good. It's good. You were smiling, bro.
It's lovely.
And then the next
one.
But
you're so up your own arse.
Yeah.
I think you're the God's gift to the earth. And yet you actually